Like this.
Man, let's jump right into the sports because I was looking at that one we did last time, and somebody had made a comment on there and said, "Why, bruh?
Oh, so
Why,
you reading the
bruh?
comments? So you reading
Yeah,
the comments?
that's, like and subscribe and comment." So somebody said,
shout
"Why,
out,
bruh?
shout
Don't
out
want
to
to pay the."
bro. Shout out to bro. That's literally somebody from the YouTube universe. So shout out to him. We appreciate it. But let's go ahead and talk about it. Shout out to you,
Man,
man.
I never said don't pay the running back. I said pay them up front. Pay them up front because once they get their contracts, they don't perform the same. But listen, I ain't going to talk about it. That was my response. I'm gonna say it like this: Raiders. We just signed Luke Getsy. That was good. We got AP. We got our squad. Raider Nation. That's all. I'm gonna leave it right there. Now, nothing else.
No,
Oh,
no,
wait a
no,
minute.
no. I
Wait
got
a minute. Wait a
I,
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Steph Curry just dropped. What you just tell me about Steph? Didn't he do like
with the
36
60. But hold
with the
on though,
60?
hold on before we go to that, brother.
No, because
Y'all see how he tried to say what he had to say, then spin off. Hey, on bruh behalf, I'm gonna speak on bruh behalf. I think what bruh was saying is that on TV, everybody is using the same rhetoric that once running backs that have already proven themselves shouldn't get paid because they've been in the league for some time. And that's the part that he was talking about sounded like what people are already saying on TV. And the part that he feels like should be that that's not helping those who are proven like a Josh Jacobs. That's what he was talking about. I agree with a solution of paying running backs when they get in. I think that's a solution as soon as they come in. But I don't believe that you don't pay an individual just because they've been in the league. That's the problem that we was having right there. That's what it
right
was.
now you
So you're
just
right.
said
You
Josh
did say
Jacobs.
pay him.
I did
You
pay him.
did say pay him out the gate. So that's true.
Now, let me
It's
ask you this
just that
question
part
though,
of not paying the guys who've proven themselves.
because you just said Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs is our running back. Josh Jacobs does good a few years. I mean, he had a couple, maybe 2,000-yard seasons. Last year, he cried about. I don't want to use the word cried. He said, "Pay me my money."
Mm-hmm.
They said, "We're gonna franchise tag you," which in turn, the franchise tag paid more than most of the running backs was getting signed for. What did Josh Jacobs do? Couldn't find a hole. I think he had one good, couldn't even barely get over 100 yards. I think he had 800 yards for the season, all the carries, nobody else getting to touch the ball. And then he still wants to get paid. Now this year he's going to be looking for 13, 14, 15 million. Why I give him that when the rookie came in and still ran for 400 yards in 4 games? Josh Jacob had 12, 13 games. You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense, man. That's why you don't pay him like that. You pay him up front for what you've done, what you're going to do, what we suspect you're going to do, and then earn your
But you
next one.
so to that, but look, you got Marshawn Lynch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Marshawn Lynch was playing for Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Buffalo got to playing around.
Mm-hmm.
Seahawks say, we'll pay you.
Mm-hmm.
We'll pay you. We want you.
Mm-hmm.
Coach over there saw in Marshawn Lynch the potential that he had and knew
Right.
he can bring him over here with the defense and stuff that he was building, and it would work.
Mm-hmm.
Now he took Marshawn Lynch over there after he had already played. I think he played in Buffalo for at least 3 years, if not four. So
Right.
all that fame that came from Seattle was after that 3-4 year mark that people like to talk about. So
Right.
it's really a relationship like most things. If you build a relationship with these individuals, you'll be surprised the productivity you can get out of a guy who's able to be productive.
Nah, I get what you're saying. That you're right, right. But here's the thing: we're talking about two different footballs. At one point, the NFL was basically running right off of the running game. Now the NFL is based off of more so passing and scoring. See, Marshawn was one of just like you said, Barry Sanders, or we can go
Mm-hmm.
with Marshawn or all the running backs. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That was before this passing league, because now you got the Josh McDaniels, the Patrick Mahomes, the Jalen Hurts. You got these quarterbacks that can get out and run. Lamar Jackson. So the running back, they're still getting used, but their value isn't as high. Hell, you barely can even hit somebody in the league now. So now it's more of a passing league. So back then we valued the running backs way more because we knew that the game was going to run that way. It was defense and run. Right now they're saying, no, let's pass it. Let's put 50s. Man, we done had games with 80 points in the game. You know what I'm saying? When you was going off for running backs, you know, the game would be 21-24, 21-28, something like that. Now you get 60-point games. So it's not that the running back is not valued. It's just we're not going in that direction no more. We putting more emphasis on the quarterbacks and the receivers, and that's where the money is. So pay them up front, but it ain't y'all game no more. Y'all here to do what y'all gonna do, and y'all interchangeable, and that's really what it is.
So how does passing game really
You
thrive?
going in and out low.
Hold on. Let me disconnect from these. Hey, so these earbuds going in and out.
It's just going lower. You know what I mean?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
All right, I'm gonna go without the earbuds because they keep going in and out. Don't worry about it. So, so how does a passing game really stay alive and thrive? Well, one of those things is being able to run the ball. But but if you look at the 4 teams who just had an opportunity to play in a Super Bowl, it's pretty consistent across the board what they have. Each of them had a quarterback that was playing well. Each of them had running backs that was playing well, or multiple running backs.
Oh, the teams that play right now?
The 4 teams that just was playing to go to the Super Bowl, meaning the City, San Francisco, which are in the Super Bowl, plus the 2 teams that they beat, Lamar Jackson and Detroit. Which one of them teams don't have a good running game?
Baltimore.
What? You're crazy.
Stop it.
They got 2 running backs over there. Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Because my son told me if you start talking crazy to call him. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Makai, come here. Leeds, where you at? Hey, who the running backs from Baltimore?
Gus Edwards. You ain't got to go get him, I'll tell you.
You trying to say the running backs from Baltimore is not solid running backs?
You talking about Gus Edwards?
No,
Let me tell you how about
it's 2 of them.
It was Gus Edwards. Gus Edwards was their main one.
Leeds, what's the 2 running backs from Baltimore? Who is the 2 running backs from Baltimore?
It was Gus Edwards and but they traded one of them.
Hold on. Who are the 2 running backs from Baltimore? Justice Hill and Gus.
Justice Hill and Gus Edwards.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I said, I was accurate. So let me explain how Baltimore. I'm accurate.
Even out Justice Hill and acting
I couldn't think of his name because I was thinking about the other running back that they had last year, Ingram. But it don't matter because this is the thing. Baltimore didn't have great ass running backs. I'm gonna keep it a buck, which they didn't. What Baltimore had a solid team. Period. So what Lamar Jackson was doing
and a solid running game was a part of that solid team.
It was cool. They had a balance. Baltimore. The reason Baltimore should have won because they was the most balanced team.
Yes,
but what they would do is they wouldn't even running it, bro, like that. Lamar would tag your ass down there. That's what Lamar was doing. He was busting their ass, and then when they get down there, Lamar wouldn't finish. Lamar would hand it off. And as soon as he handed off, Gus Edwards a hit for a 1-yard touchdown. And that, like, once they get in that little section right there, that's when their running backs became powerful because their team was so balanced. And that's what it is. They running backs wasn't just going off the charts. It was damn nigga Lamar is still the leading rusher for them. but he didn't have to be because he had weapons and he was using his arm more. Lamar became more versatile, which made their running backs more deadly. It's not that they had great running backs. It was
We're
that
gonna
they
pull up
had
the
a great
stats.
team.
We're gonna pull up the stats, and stats speak for themselves. And I guarantee you, when you look at the stats, that their running game productivity was up at the top, and that those 4 teams that's had a chance to play in a Super Bowl all had hey, it's okay.
I'm
It's
not
okay.
knocking their team. I'm
It's
telling you, they
okay.
had the
It's
best team.
okay to say that running backs are just as important as everybody else on the field,
I didn't say they wasn't.
including the quarterbacks.
They just as important that they're actually they're even with the quarterbacks. I'm not taking
That's
nothing
all
away
we
from them.
saying.
My point was that
That's all we saying.
Baltimore didn't have an elite group of running backs. They had Lamar Jackson and they had a equally yoked team.
They didn't have an elite group of running backs from a name standpoint, like a superstar name, but I'm talking about productivity for what they were asked to do. Their running game did what they were asked to do.
Yeah, because they was a balanced team. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Baltimore was the most balanced team. That's why they were the Super Bowl favorites, because they were balanced, not
Yeah.
because they running backs were just going crazy. It's they became so balanced because what's their tight end name? Who was their tight end? Damn, he got hurt. I can't remember his name. He got hurt at the end.
My son know all of them, but I asked.
But Zay Flowers, Odell, Lamar, Hill, Gus Evans, but they just wasn't running crazy. They had a good balance, right? So, but I get what you're saying, though. They all had good running backs, but every team got a good running back.
Just tell the young brother who left the comment that you agree with him.
No, I don't agree with him. I said what I said.
Just say, bro, I agree with you. You right.
No,
what I was saying is that they should get paid up front, and that's it.
That's what I told him. If he paid attention to what I said, he heard me say, pay him up front.
Bro, all we want to hear you say is, you right. All I'm saying is that you got to pay him up front.
Wait on it.
Hold your breath. Hold your breath.
Hold your breath until you blew in the face.
Until you blew in the face and passed the hell out.
Yeah. Man, how you been though, brother?
Man, all is well, man. Obviously, we can go on that topic and it'll be an ongoing topic, and I think it'll be a good one for some episodes.